welcome to another edition of Point View with Olufunke Olutumbi. To those that have been following us, sharing our content and liking and commenting, we want to appreciate you for your recommendation, your commendation, and for being part of this journey. I want to say a big thank you. Today, I have a guest in the house with me, Mr. Suliamon Agboola. He's a young, progressive-minded man, a lover of good governance, and a progressive youth in Osun State. You are welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Today, we'll be talking about the youth inclusiveness in politics in Osun State and Nigeria at large. And we'll be talking about the present administration of Senator Ademola Nurudi Jackson Adeleke. His present administration is almost 1 year that he has become the governor of Osun State. We want to enumerate some of his achievements, some of the challenges in office as the governor of Osun State. I want to talk about the economic situation of Nigeria. Mr. Suliamon Agboola will be doing justice to some of these questions. Sir, are you ready? Can we start?
Yes, you're welcome.
Being a progressive-minded youth, recently your party, the APC, the repositioning committee that was set up by former governor Adegboyega Oyetola, submitted their report recently. And in the report, it was mentioned that the party, Osun State APC, should go after the youth and invest more youth into the party. One, by including them into the policy making and into politics per se. What can you say about that? Is it just one of the political promises, or do you think the party is ready to include the youth in the affair of the party?
Oh, thank you, Madam Funky, Lady Funky. Sorry. The party has always been ready, and this is another step towards repositioning the party. If you remember very well, when Governor Oyetola wanted to make up his cabinet, he nominated and appointed so many young people, the likes of Remi Omowaye, Lika Badmos, Yemi Lawal, Adewale, the commissioner for the. So the youth inclusiveness started that time, and the youth felt they really felt like they were able to hone the party. And when he wanted to appoint the caretaker committee for local government and SCDAs that time, we had so many young people, Osun, so many young people that flooded the committee that time, and it was a success. It was really, really a big success. But though the tenure, the 4 years tenure of the former governor Oyetola was mad with let's say paucity of fund, because the government before the former governor Oyetola did so much by mortgaging our future to build some infrastructures, so to say. But I will not want to talk more about that, actually. But the recommendation that the IC Kadewale-led committee made to the leader of the party, former Governor Oyetola, is a continuation of what has started in APC. APC wouldn't have been endeared to some of us if they are not willing to embrace the young people. And it has been a success so far, and I am 100% sure the recommendations will be implemented to the letter.
Okay. In the last presidential government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari. He signed something into law that not too young to run.
Not too young
to run. Do you think the present government is ready to take up, to follow that step?
Okay, there has never been a time where you are too young to run. Although the law that was signed by President Muhammadu Buhari was to encourage more young people. The current set of leaders that we have right now, they started young. So there has never been a time where you are too young to run. The current second term governor in Kogi, he became governor at 30 something, 37 or 38, I think. So there was a governor Suliamon in Enugu. That was even during maybe 2003 or something. He became governor at a very tender age. We have so many. Donald Duke of crossover there became governor at a very tender age. So there has never been a time when you were too young to run. But what I think we should rather talk about is not too young, not too poor to run. Because right now, I think running for elective office is the most expensive thing in this country. If you are going to run for even a local government chairman, you must be willing to part away with millions of naira. So the problem we have is not too poor. If we can address not too poor to contest or not too poor to run, I think that will go a long way. If we can demonetize politics totally. And with the way things are going, I don't think it is possible. I don't think so.
Okay, and do you think the youths that have been involved in politics or in government or in governance have been able to demonstrate enough capacity based on the offices entrusted to them?
Thank you for this question. I will not want to. In Nigeria, I think what we have is the good ones and the bad ones. It is not about age. Delivery on the assignments given to you is not about your age. We have had people of older age that betrayed us, the masses, and we have had younger people not delivering on the promises they made. So I don't think it's about age. Although in recent times we've been see what this guy is doing currently in Ministry of Interior, Honorable Lubumi Ojo. I think what has happened in this country has always been the political will to do good. The machineries are in place. The Nigerian Immigration Service, they printed 600,000 backlog of passports within 4 days. So that means they have papers to print them, they have machines to print them, but they don't have a matching order. And who will give a matching order and still follow it to the letter? So that is what we have. Olubunmi Ojo is a young man. We've had an older person manning that ministry in the past. What did they achieve? So it is not about whether you are young or you are old. It is about having a political will. And it all boils down to leadership. Once you have a leader that's, you have a leader like Asiwaju, who is telling you every day that this is what I want, you will not want to slack to as a minister. So I think that is what is happening to us right now.
And do you think the youth can raise the capacity to meet the 21st century challenges in politics?
We have the capacity. The youths are the most educated right now. I was telling a friend that in the next 7, 8, 10 years, MSc will be like BSc. not to talk of other certifications. And it won't just be MSc alone. It will be international, from abroad, from developed countries of the world. Because people are, by virtue of this Japa, Japa syndrome, it is attached to something. You have to go through education route. So because you want to Japa, you must be educated. So it gives us hedge, and it is youth that are doing those things. So in the next couple of years, nobody will be able to compete with us in terms of education, certification, exposure, knowledge, and what have you. Although we may not have money yet, but I think we are still doing better than the whole people.
Okay, coming down to Osun now, Osun State government. Flood took over your town, Ikire. Has the government of Osun State done anything to assist the victim of the occurrence?
I'm not aware. I am not aware of what the governor has done as regards the victim. But to some extent, they have dredged some waterways. So I witnessed that. I saw them dredging some waterways in Ikire. And on this particular flood, I myself, in company of my boss, Ashekunluwo Idris, we were at the office of the deputy minority leader of the Senate.
Okay.
That's Afagunleri Olumi, who doubles as the senator representing Osun West.
Okay.
He's from Ikire, he's our daddy. So we were at his office to discuss that, and he showed us a lot of effort he has made in that regard. He has been able to draw the entire drainage system, like an architectural drawing. He showed us entire drainage system of the whole area that was affected by the flood. So he has taken so many steps, and he has been to ecology office. I think what is only remaining is to mobilize fund and mobilize materials to site to forever deal with anything that might cause flood in that area. So that's because what we went for was to discuss with him on what can we do. So on getting to his office, we realized he has even done so many things to salvage that forever. So that's.
But do you realize that so many people were victims of that flood? It destroyed their properties, don't you think the government or the senator representing that area ought to do something to assist them in order for them to recover from their loss?
Okay, part of the efforts made by the senator was, I don't know about the governor, like I said, although I have seen the impact of the governor in dredging the entire area. But part of the efforts made by the senator was to alert NEMA, and NEMA is always in charge of making relief materials and all. But what I cannot say categorically is whether they've actually compensated the victims. So I cannot say.
And do you think it's not too late? Because it's over months now that has happened. Do you think it's not too late for NEMA to have come to their aids?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know whether NEMA has come or not. So I am not saying NEMA has not come. Do you get? So I don't know whether NEMA has come. So I don't know about it. What concerns me majorly is how to avert future occurrences. So that is what we went to discuss with. So and it was a fruitful discussion.
Osun State, are you impressed with the performance of Senator Ademola Adeleke? He's almost 1 year in office. Are you impressed with his performance so far? Comparing his tenure to the first 1 year of former Governor Oyetola, let me put it this way. During the tenure of Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, in his 4 years, we could pinpoint to some things that he did within his first year, like revitalization of 332 public health centers in Osun State, within his 4 year, reconstructing the road between from Ara to Ejigbo within his first 1 year. Can you now compare that administration to this present administration? Will you say you are impressed with the level of work or the level of governance Senator Ademola Adeleke has been able to provide for the people of Osun?
Thank you. I will not want to be biased on that. I am a fan of the personality of Senator Ademola Adeleke. Maybe because I have witnessed an astute administrator like Oyetola, who was able to manage the state despite the paucity of fund. Senator Ademola Adeleke did not really promise too much. The people were not careful with their choice. He didn't promise too much, so we cannot really ask him to be accountable for what he promised. I was going, okay, my people are hungry, I'll give them food. Those are not promises of governance. When we are talking about governance is very serious business. A very serious business. He has done his best to the best of his capacity. The best might not be good for the people of the state, and it is left for us to decide. He has, he appointed commissioners. More than, is it not going to 2 months now or something?
Mm-hmm.
They have not sat for a particular ESCO meeting like this. I don't know how they are approving the project is doing up and down. There are some certain projects that requires state executive approval. So how do they do it? These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. Apart from the inaugural ESCO meeting doesn't have to be that formal, inauguration will welcome you. But when it comes to serious business, I don't know. I don't want to believe it does not have the capacity. But I still, like I told someone, I don't want to criticize Governor Adeleke yet, because I know his capacity for while he was trying to be governor. So I don't want to criticize him yet. To the best of his capacity, I think he's still trying. Although his best might not be good enough for us.
Okay. Your party, the APC,
APC,
has accused the present government led by Ademola Adeleke of mismanaging the palliative provided by the federal government. What do you have to say about that?
I don't want to hammer too much on that. If I say a different thing apart from what I believe in about palliative, people will start, people will knock me. When they say palliative doesn't have to be food. This is why some of us believe some of our governors are not brilliant. They are not. There is no way you want to give rice to people and it will be enough. The same way the PDP members in Kwara will be accusing the APC of being biased about palliative. I had in my local government, they sent 2 bags of rice or so to APC members in the whole of the Wale local government. 2 bags of rice. This will always happen when they have to translate the meaning of palliative to food. See what Governor Zulu is doing. There are a lot of things the Adeleke-led government in Osun could have done to better the life of the people, to reduce the hardship of fuel subsidy removal. But he's not doing that. Metro transport alone, metro imports, there are diesel engine buses that they can subsidize for civil servants, maybe free for civil servants, then subsidized for the rest of the people in the state. Maybe like 20 or 30, we go a long way for the people. But going to the president with the thinking of, this is what our people want, our people are hungry, give us rice. It belittles. And I think the people of Osun are watching, they are meeting, and they will decide very soon.
Okay. Before I go to the last question, do you think with the performance of Governor Ademola Adeleke, the people will still re-elect him in 2026?
The people will not re-elect him. It's not possible. The people will not re-elect him. How? See, the voters are very wise right now. Governors, government, the people don't have to go on the street, start shouting, this one is not doing good. They are waiting for the next 4 years. They are waiting for your tenure to end. Osun has always been APC. Osun has always been APC. That is why, even with the crisis we had in 2022, we were still able to pull 375,000. 375,000, that 375,000 means party members majorly. The people of the state, the neutral people of the state, the voters who are non-partisan, they will not vote for APC because of the hardship of the economy at that time. They did not. Some sections of the APC went ahead and voted for PDP. And the PDP members, so those are the three categories that voted PDP. So the 375,000 is APC party members and friends of the party members and family of the party members. So if we're able to implementation of these the recommendations by Adewale-led committee, I can bet it with you. We will win with a very wide margin. What Adewale-led committee echoed was what we have been saying all the while. There must not be imposition. Let the party put in place directorate. If we take that into the next election, forget it. The people will forget about this misgovernance that we have right now in the nation.
Okay. Lastly, sir, the present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have put in place a lot of palliative measures in order to wind down the suffering of the masses due to the removal of fuel subsidy. Yet, some people are still clamoring for some things to be done for them to feel the present administration. What do you think the president can do differently in order to?
I will want to thank you so much for that question, and I will want to use this opportunity to. I bring this get to the appropriate authority.
Okay.
One thing that the government should have done that is causing so much is the increment of salary. We all know that minimum wage is the basic for the measurement of our standard of living in this country. If President, I want to implore that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should hearken to the implementation of the new minimum wage. 200,000 is not too much for a level one, considering the level of hardship that we have right now. Imagine a level officer earning 200,000. All the private sector will not have any other choice than to quickly, because normally the private sector will want to outpay the public sector to make it attractive to the people. If a level officer is earning 200,000 in a civil service, private sector, we jack it up, then this money will definitely go round. Within the next 3, 4, 5 months, those who don't have house, we want to build house. Those who have uncompleted, we want to complete it. So artisans are making money from them. The traders in the society, they are making money because people are feeding well. So this is the first thing the president should have done, instead of granting the request of the governors.
Is it too late to do that?
It is not too late. They're still on it. The labor union just had a warning strike like 3 or 4 days ago. 2 days warning strike, and I am sure I will be willing to support them if they are planning to go on indefinite strike. I'm an APC member, but this thing is hitting me hard too. A 10,000 naira for will not even take me to Ike go come. So how do we go from here? And we want to proclaim the superiority of our party to non-party members and party members alike. So this thing is eating everybody. Let the federal government quickly implement the new minimum wage, so that everybody will quickly, live up to the new standard of living. So I think that is what is currently lacking. No matter how many rices they share, how many bags, it will not go. All these rice they are talking about, I've never seen one. Although I'm watching now, they are looting it on social media and all. But I've not seen one. Even to let me see someone in my community get. I have not seen it. I have not, and they said up to 5 trailers of rice have entered this Osun. Maybe they kept it in there. So there are a lot of things the federal government could have done instead of this listening to the governors that they want rice. We don't want rice.
We've come to the end of today's show. We've been talking to Mr. Suliamon Agboola, and he has done justice to some of the questions put across to him, and we hope that you will enjoy the show. Don't forget to join us same time next week. Like, share, and comment on the show. God bless you.